Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are unboxing and taking a look at the Transient Light Tarot. This is by Ari Wisner. It's an 81 card deck and guidebook published by Hay House. It retails for $26.99 in the US and $35.99 in Canada. And as always, in the description box below, I will link exactly where you can legitimately purchase this deck should you want to. And whilst you're there, I do have a link tree that will provide you all of my social media links as well as my Etsy shop where I do private readings. All right, let's get into this. Rediscover your own wisdom. Inspired by the beauty of transience, this powerful tarot invites you to embrace the spirit of growth and celebrate our limitless collective connection. By tuning into the magic of the cards, you'll discover your own wisdom and opportunities for healing, reflection, and authenticity. All right, let's get into it. I do like that there's a space here for your thumb and fingers. Oh, here we go. What's this? Come sit in the present, nestled in the neck of an hourglass, the future overhead, the past below. Reach out your cupped hands into the stream of falling sand, simultaneously receiving, holding, and letting go with gratitude as the golden thread of time spools and spills through your fingers. Aw. Okay. Let's take a peek before we go into the cards at the guidebook here to see if there's anything pertinent that we need to know. We do have all of the cards there for the major, and then we have part 2, the minor. So it looks like we have wands, vessels for cups, swords, and coins for pentacles. And we do have 3 spreads in the back. Okay, so gender neutral and inclusive approach. As a queer artist, I was craving a deck that didn't conform to the binary gender stereotypes that are traditionally found in the tarot. I believe the tarot is for everyone, yes, regardless of gender, identity, sexuality, ethnicity, body type, or faith system. To aid this, I've changed the names of traditionally gendered cards and explored ways to express their qualities about gendered visuals. I've also reduced the use of bodies, skin, and clothing throughout the deck to shift the visuals from specific genders, ethnicities, body types, and ages. That's awesome. All right. So it looks like everything else is pretty standard, straightforward. I just want to take a look real fast at the spreads. Okay, so we have the past, present, and future. And then we have Ari's spread. And then Faustus Solstice Healing spread. Interesting. All right. Cool. Let's get into it. I really like this idea of it being very neutral because, yes, that's what I say all the time. Tarot is for everyone. Oh, look at that. That's the back. Hourglass. All right, let's take a peek at the cardstock. Nice. Okay, so they're doing a lot better. I've said this with the last couple of Hay House videos that I've done that are the newer releases. They are a lot thicker of a cardstock. They don't feel like paper anymore. I'm liking the way that they feel. They're not too stiff to where the shuffling is terrible, but they're thick enough to where they're sturdy. So happy with that. All right. It looks like it's matte, but maybe a slight gloss, if that makes any kind of sense at all. Like there's not much of a reflective state going on. Okay, so they are numbered. Awesome. Interesting. The Revealer instead of the High Priestess. Okay. Oh, I like this. The Nurturer. Now, I know there are some of you out there that are very strict with the way that you like to utilize tarot and you like the genders. That's perfectly fine. But there are people out there that want to feel seen and heard in other ways because, again, tarot is for everyone. So this would be great for those people out there that like a more neutral approach. Very interesting. Oh. Oh, I love that. This is quite creative. It's very different. It feels accessible. We'll go into the guidebook to see how good that is for understanding for beginners. Not that every deck has to be about beginners. I just like to show what decks would be good for beginners if you are interested. All right. So that was the major. Let's get into the minors. Cute. Okay. So it's very similar to what we would refer to as a pip deck, where it's just the symbols, but they're doing it in a way that relates to the card's energy, that makes sense, that you can see what's going on. So I like this idea because of the fact that we're taking gender and we're taking ethnicity, we're taking all of that out of the equation here to make it as neutral as can be. This makes sense. And I do feel that a lot of thought was put into it. You can definitely see that it wasn't, thrown together. Apprentice of Wands, nice. Okay, so that's instead of page. Champion of Wands instead of knight. Keeper of Wands instead of queen. And Crown of Wands instead of king. Okay. It reminds me of the Spacious Tarot, how gentle it is and how they're not using any humans in here. But they're still conveying the energy of the cards. Oh, I like this. Very creative. Oh. I do like that Nine of Swords. All right, we got the coins. I love this Apprentice of Coins. Wow. I really like, I'm really impressed with the page imagery, the apprentice imagery. I think that's really cool how they have done that. I like that in the Queen cards you can see a key. So there's a lot of similar imagery to keep it consistent. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we have a past card. We have a present card. We have a future card. Oh, that's very interesting. We'll have to see in the guidebook to see if there's any pages on that. Okay, let's see how it shuffles. Not bad. It is a stiffer cardstock, so it might be a little more resistant when you try to shuffle it, which can kind of be a really good thing for some people, depending on how you like to shuffle. And it shuffles fine this way too. All right. I like the size of it. If you are familiar with the Light Seer Tarot or the Muse Tarot, it's the same size. Can I get a card to read, please? Okay, we're going to read for Temperance. So a reminder of how that looks. Okay, Temperance. Oh, we've got a little poem here. So try not to spill anything from the cup. A juggernaut of experience has helped you meander through the pain. But there's a point here where we stand to ask for desire. Maybe there's a chance you could down the water instead of sipping. Find out if you could do more giving or more receiving. So we have some keywords. So moderation, staying grounded, and dilution. When two elements are blended, the diluted results are easier to swallow. An even temper keeps a healthy discussion from becoming an exchange of insults. Sometimes less is more. This card prompts us to stay grounded and keep our balance for greater gains. On the other hand, playing the safe route is not always enough. There is a time to be gentle and safe, and other times to be potent and take a risk. Interesting. Okay, I just want to see about... Here we go. So, the 3 bonus cards here for the spread. Interesting. Okay. But you know what? I think too, you could probably use them in a reading as well to ask about like the past or the future, however you like to do your readings, like to see a time frame that the reading is for. You could do that too. All right. So my overall thought process on this is I do really enjoy it. I think it's probably not going to be for everyone. I think beginners may have a hard time with it, especially with all of the different name changes. However, it is a good learning deck too, if that's where you want to begin with. If you're drawn to the imagery, if you're drawn to the idea of it, I think there's enough in the guidebook to help you get by. As always, if you need a little bit more help, it's great to have a reference guide, a big old book next to you to help you with the bigger ideas of tarot as well. I think it's fantastic. The minors are done in a way that makes sense, that work. The whole deck works as a whole. I feel like there was a lot of good effort put in, artistic effort and thought and love put into the deck, coming from that place of wanting to be inclusive and a deck that people could feel they could use confidently and for themselves. So I think this is a great option for those of you who don't want a deck too feminine or too masculine or want to be inclusive overall. This kind of reminds me of the Spacious Tarot, like I touched on, as well as This Might Hurt Tarot, because that was really inclusive as well. So now I'm going to turn it over to you. How do you feel about this deck? Is this something that you would want to purchase yourself? Do you already own this deck? And if so, what do you like about it? What do you use it for? Is it your everyday deck? Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. I love to hear them. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you and I like you. If you have not done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Thank you again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.